to Valley Forge Sports Network. I'm Chris DeMarco here at the final week of the Valley Forge Disc Golf League summer season. We're an incredibly tense, extremely anticipated matchup between the Rock City Royals and the Arctic Tundra. The winner of today's match will be moving on to the Summer Championship. All right, we're here with Brian Roeder. Now, Roeder, Scott is obviously the GM of this team, but with Johnny here, I think he's reassigned you to general manager / coach for the day. How does that feel?
As the fill-in general manager, it's definitely an honor. It's always an honor to just lead my team and do my best to do so. We got a lot of talent here today, especially with Johnny taking my place and filling in for, disc golf shots. I can do, I think, the rest of the team's role of just trying to keep morale high, trying to keep people out of their heads, trying to keep people just shaking it up, making sure they take good shots.
All right, we're here with general manager of the Arctic Tundra, Travis Rollins. Now, Travis, this has been a highly anticipated game. We had to move things around in the schedule to make this happen. With all this anticipation, are you feeling nervous, excited? How do you feel about your chance to move on to the championship here today?
Well, first I want to say thank you to the Goldfinches. They did put up a great fight last week. We can scrap that. It is highly anticipated though. We've all kind of just been sitting around, staying sharp. The Tundra is looking sharper than ever. But yeah, a couple reschedules. We're here today, Greystone Disc Golf Course of America again. And yeah, we're ready to play the Royals. It's going to be a tough match.
All right, folks, week 3, Valley Forge Disc Golf League. This one is for the playoffs. Chris DeMarco here with Sam Doyle, a Greystone native, has tons of insight about the sport of disc golf. Sam, super excited to have you here today. We've got stroke play, best disc scramble here. How excited are you for today's match?
I'm really excited. I mean, I pretty much only know Scott on the card. I'm really excited. I know the other guys. I've met him before. Never really seen him play. Greystone's my home course. It's one of my favorite courses out there. I'm just really excited.
Love it, Sam. Yeah, a lot of guys you haven't seen yet, so it's going to be a pretty surprising day. Royals versus Tundra. Let's head down to hole 7 at Greystone Woods, which will be hole 1 of today's match. All right, hole 1 is a 245-foot par 3. Pretty downhill shot here. A lot of danger you can find yourself in at the end of this hole, Sam. I'm sure you've found yourself down in that water from time to time.
Yeah, this is middle of Birdie Alley, we call it at Greystone. I'm predominantly backhand. I don't forehand hardly. Oh my God. Off the first shot?
Oh my Lord.
Well, we know what the right shot is, a forehand.
Scott DeMarco goes sidearm. The first hole of the day.
Unbelievable. Was that a putter?
Yeah, I think that was an Envy he was going with there.
Amazing.
Unbelievable. I told you we had a heck of a day here. Oh my gosh.
By the way, Scott's that energetic over eating pizza. He's just got so much energy.
This is literally just
couldn't imagine
regular
being
Scott.
an ace on the first shot.
Unbelievable effort from Scott DeMarco. And the Tundra still have to throw here. I mean, anytime you get an ace in disc golf, it's a crazy thing. But to do it in this team format where you have 3 other guys who now have to respond to that, crazy.
I mean, save some cardio too. I mean,
yeah.
Those guys don't have to throw. A little bit of, longevity in the round.
Yeah, he's definitely taking the nerves off for him here. It's so difficult to get back strokes. There's only 6 holes in each game.
Yep. And just so everyone knows, you missed that shot, you're OB.
Oh, 110%.
You missed the ace, you're going OB, but if you're first up on a scramble, you're going for it every time.
There it is, sitting in the basket. Unbelievable effort from Scott DeMarco, getting the Royals started off right here. We've seen him carry the load for them all season. We got Travis Amico, Greystone native. You've seen him play a lot, Sam.
Yeah, I play a lot with Travis. He's very good. He's very much like me, very backhand dominant.
Yep.
But very good guy, very involved in the community, and we're definitely good friends when it comes to New Jersey disc golf.
Love to see that.
I'd like to officially announce my retirement from disc golf.
Really big week here. Both teams need to come ahead in these 2 games in order to make it to the finals. So just a lot of pressure on the Tundra now. Let's see if they can limit the damage to 1 stroke. Shane leans out to the side there, unable to get the birdie. Just very difficult. I'm sure there's a lot of emotions for the Tundra team right now. Hole 2, par 3, 204 feet. Right to left downhill shot. You've got that same creek from the last hole running down on the side there, so you can find yourself in quite a bit of trouble. Looks like the Royals are going with Scott's shot again.
Yeah, this is actually one of my favorite shots. I'm a big harp thrower, backhand. It's just an easy putter shot from the tee. but a lot of danger. OB, rollaways, there's a lot going on here.
Yeah, if you come in on too much of a hyzer, you can kind of get a weird roll and get down the hill. That, I think, is the toughest part of this hole. You can be so true and still kind of get messed up. All right, Tundra, need to find a nice 2 here.
What a shot.
Shane putting a little run on the basket as well. Let's check that out.
Beauty. Looks like a putter, something overstable.
Yep. Really pure the whole way.
Yeah, it does.
We've seen Shane pull through really big for the Tundra on the putting green all year. Hopefully it happens for him today.
Beautiful. It's one of my favorite putts on the course. Facing the water, a little bit of stress.
Both teams cleaning up the birdie too. Another solo birdie from Scott there. Really nice performance from him so far, getting things started off well. Hole 3, par 3, 244 feet. Kind of got 2 different options here. You can either take the left or the right side. Either way, not too much danger on the green here, Sam. Just,
The problem is when you let a noob go in front and he hits every single tree on the fairway. That's why we're gonna finish at nighttime.
Little word from Shane. John Eckert with his beautiful drawn Pokemon disc. But yeah, Sam, not too much danger on the green here. Really just kind of trying to get it down that tight hallway.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of danger to the left on the fairway. Obviously, the water on the right. But I think a lot of people just go a little bit too hard on this hole. I think it's just a good controlled mid-range, whether you're going down the straight side like this gentleman is here, or down the right. I like to just mid-range out right and just have it coast down.
Yep. Long putt for the Tundra. It's going to be tough to get those 2 strokes back. I don't think the Royals are in a great position either. Let's see what Travis can do.
Oh. Great effort there. What was that, 60 feet? 50,
Yeah, 60-something. Real nice effort. Travis cleaning up while the Royals find their disc. You can be a lot more aggressive when you have 3 players. This would be massive now. To go up 3 strokes would surely put this game away.
First mistake by Scott.
Yeah, right? Not a bad effort.
No.
Hole 4, par 3, 240 feet. I guess we forgot the drone footage on this one, but straight shot over the water. A little bit of a right hook up at the end. Really the latter half of the flight is the challenging one here. It's really difficult to match that hill angle as well. You can find yourself rolling down if you come in on too much of an angle. John going sidearm.
Yeah, I mean, this really shows that the best part about Greystone is you can pretty much have any kind of shot, whether you're forehand, backhand, mid-range, driver. You can just be so creative at Greystone and just find your shot and make that shot.
Very true. I like that take. Yeah, in theory, you could go like Spike Heiser here. I've seen people try it. I don't think anyone's good enough for it, but
I've parked it a couple times over the trees.
I love that.
But I throw basically what this shot is right here. Mid-range from left to right, just right at the pin. And that backstop hill, while rollways suck, more times than not, you're just going to scoot up there and have a putt from somewhere.
Very true. Nice cleanup from John Eckert getting the solo birdie for the Royals. Great to see him here today. He wasn't able to play with them all season, but he's here in week 3. Shane cleaning up the 2. So we got 2 holes left, 2 strokes of differential. Tundra will need to find a stroke here. Hole 5, par 4, 432 feet. Very narrow downhill tunnel shot here off the tee. One of my favorite holes at Greystone, Sam. This one's a beauty.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, 432, it is a par 4. Like I said, Greystone's great. You can literally throw any kind of shot off the tee. In a competitive sense, I'm more of a mid-range, get to the opening, easy layup. Any other day, it's a hole I can reach with a driver and I go for it. And it really just depends on what you're in the mood for.
That's the beauty of this best disc scramble format. You can really be more aggressive. We saw Scott reach that big triple tree there. That's kind of a nice benchmark for a real good crush. Travis Rollins looks to be matching here. Turning our catch cameraman around on both rows there.
Yeah, 2 good shots though. Just, pretty much putter up shots of some kind or mid-range, looks like.
Would love to see the Tundra give the basket a bid here. Looks like Shane's going through that back door. It is kind of open back there.
Great shot.
Nice up shot from Shane. He's really been carrying the load for this team. You can see they're already a little, not physically exhausted, maybe mentally kind of, just from Scott's big shot.
It's a little aggressive, but look at this. Could you make it look any easier?
Yeah. That was beautiful. I think Scott was like, hey, can you lay up? He's like, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so the Royals match. Tundra are down by 2 heading into the last hole. With all likelihood, being that the Royals have 3 players in their team, it's going to be tough to see them get a bogey here. Hole 6, par 3, 237, straight shot right up the hill. It is kind of tough to get your disc to fall flat on these kind of uphill shots, Sam, but pretty straight tee shot.
Yeah, again, putter, mid-range. I even go to fairway driver here.
Yeah.
You can throw a sidearm, you can throw a backhand. It's just there's a couple tunnels up there to make it up through, and then the green here is awesome. It's one of my favorite on the course.
It's kind of tough to access, honestly, in a weird way. Those guardian trees, because of how high up they are really tough to get through. Travis eliminating that problem by going thumber.
Love it.
Great
Like I said,
drive.
You can literally throw anything on this hole and find a way to the basket.
Is that the Wraith?
As a Greystone veteran yourself, I'm not surprised to hear that take from you.
Yeah, I mean, what a
No
shot.
way.
Who are these guys?
Yeah. Paul Balanis with the throw-in. He's been throwing that berg so well all season. His upshots are so accurate.
A disc that's really growing in popularity. Like it's a disc I never really heard about, and then pretty much last year, I'm seeing him all over the place.
Yeah, Castoplast is like kind of coming to the mainstream a little bit, probably because of that disc. Just when you think the Tundra are going to get a stroke here, the Royals match.
Unbelievable.
And that shot from Paul wasn't the biggest in terms of scoring, but to be able to get that kind of momentum coming off of this round, I mean, they started out with a big shot, ended with a big shot. Sam, really crazy game. What do you think of the action so far?
It's unbelievable. We're seeing really good shots. I mean, this is scrambles, so, different opportunities here and there, but we're seeing throw-ins, park jobs, aces. I mean, this is what I love about Greystone. There's so many different cool shots, and we're seeing pretty much all of them.
Yeah, agree. We're really kind of seeing what Greystone has to offer. In previous weeks, we didn't necessarily see that. Last week on the blue tees, the teams kind of struggled a little bit. We're going to head back over to Greystone's hole 13, which will be hole 1 for the second game. And the Tundra need to win this game by 2 strokes in order to have a chance to move on to the finals. Because of the tiebreak we're looking at here, the head-to-head will be determined by strokes. So because the Royals won by 2, Tundra now need to win by 2 in order to push the playoff.
I don't know how to describe it with words. I've only got one real ace before. Had another black ace. That's a whole other story for a whole other time. But really only the ace hole won once in my PR day, and since then I've been dry. And when I heard chains, Johnny and I ran. Because I've splashed out harder, and once we saw it was in, it was pure emotion. Hashtag pure emotion. Hashtag fun.
You'll love to see it. Quick word with Scott DeMarco, their GM of the Royals. Hole 7, par 3, 234, left to right shot. Very narrow gap, and there's trouble running down that left side. We talk about it every week. The disc can really get away from you if you go righty backhand and hit the tree on the wrong side.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite holes on the course just because I get to throw a flip-up putter backhand, which is my favorite shot in the game.
It's got to be the most beautiful shot to watch, I think.
It's the best. Just a hyzer flipped all the way over, coasting stability in the end. What a shot. Right in the circle's edge. Not even 15 feet.
Yeah, really important effort from Shane there. I can't stress it enough. It's so hard to gain strokes when you're only working with 6 holes per game. The Tundra need to get off to an early start here.
This guy's form is unique and just absolutely lands a dart on the green.
Yeah. That's John. He's crazy.
That is awesome.
You love to see that form.
I mean, obviously
Beautiful.
athletic. He's obviously an athlete of some kind.
Right.
Just a great shot.
So he used to play Ultimate back in the day. He's actually the one who got us all into Frisbee. We used to play like object golf in the neighborhood. And he kind of, I don't want to call that an ultimate form, but maybe he developed it from that.
Yeah, I know some Ultimate players that would not agree with that.
Yeah. Royals with the park job. Shane
Good putt.
buries it. Super clutch moment for
Very
Shane.
good form on that straddle putt there.
Dude, he can hit it from all over. I think he goes straddle all the time, but he can kind of hit any angle. There's Tim Gabur, our catch cam guy.
And these guys are shredding.
Yeah. Hole 8, par 4, 435 feet. Very challenging par 4, very low canopy, but you still need to get your disc to push left down this very narrow hallway, and tons of trouble on the green is looming for you with the river behind. Let's see how Tim Gabur, our catch cam cameraman's feeling after that big shot on the day.
I'm pretty fired up. Ace on the, what was it, the first hole?
First hole!
Christ. Look at that.
One of your first
Yeah,
shots.
blessed.
Tell the people at home, especially those who film disc golf, how did it feel to capture an ace on a moment such as this?
Well, it really came out of nowhere. Stakes are high going into the championship. It hit. Sound of change is great anytime, especially off an ace. Then you hear the roar of the players who threw it. Had shivers.
Shivers.
Love that.
By the way, this is Tim Gaber's first time filming disc golf.
Great. He's doing a great job.
I was immediately like, okay, you're staying on catch for us. Like, you're the guy now. Sorry.
Human highlight reel here.
Yeah, like his positioning on 7 was so good.
What a shot. Oh, man. Still good.
Kind of pushed that a little bit long, I think, Sam. It's so tough to get left early enough, but not throw it low that it doesn't go far.
For me, I mean, this is one of my favorite par 4s in the state of New Jersey. It's a true 2-shot. It's only 435, but you can't get there in 1. And it's a hard par 4. If you miss the initial gaps and you get all the way down there, if you miss the trees, it's par is good. You know,
that was a crazy shot from Scott with a really nice roll result. By the way, this is Travis Amico's signature shot right here.
Yep. Backhand, fade.
Dead straight, little turn, fade back at the end. Beautiful effort. Paul, his upshots have been looking nice all season.
Go in.
Oh my God. So from where Paul was, I've actually made that shot.
I actually have eagled this as well.
I
think we're two of the few people that have.
I forehand once or twice in a round if I have to. I was with James Kalinsky, and I actually forehand to this hole with a
I love
mid-range.
that for you. Yeah, I don't have many big shots, but I have gotten the 2 on this. It is possible.
There is only a couple.
Shane from very deep, and the Royals are parked. So much pressure on this moment.
Incredible. What a putt.
It seems like no one in the crowd is even surprised at this point. Shane Sassone, number 21. The kid has been on fire on the green.
Looking just at it, he's got 1,000 rated putting form. It's really good. It's
I love
clean.
that take.
And he misses that shot, he's OB. I mean, that is just
100%.
clutch.
High left, pro side, runs it down. And I mean, if he misses this putt, not only is it going in the water, the Tundra are losing at least a stroke here. They need to win this game by 2.
That's right.
So the game's basically over if he misses that. Hole 9, par 3, 246. Left to right, downhill. Another beautiful shot. Pick your poison pick your poison backhand or forehand. I like the backhand more because it kind of pushes a little straighter. With that water there, you can kind of find yourself in some danger.
Yeah, this is what I call a rock shot.
Yeah. Classic little rock turnover.
Yep. A little hyzer flip flat and just have it coast down.
So I'm liking the Tundra's play, but they need to kind of get like some breathing room here. They need a nice easy park job.
Pretty much exactly what that shot was.
Beautiful stroke from Travis Rollins.
Is that under the basket?
I think it is. It might have ran the basket as well.
What a shot.
Yeah, a couple feet from an ace. There's magic in the air today. Everybody wants to get to the championship, I think. Big John stepping up. Dead straight. He had a nice hyzer angle on that, but just too straight.
A little too straight, almost a little too strong too.
Yeah.
I think a little bit too much hyzer, but even if he got through clean, he was going to be spiking pretty quickly.
Tundra finally gained a stroke. Travis looks cheered up from that. They're up by 1. It is unfortunate that we really had to condense this season quite a bit. If the Tundra do win this game by 1 stroke, they will be tied with the Royals. You hate that it has to go down to strokes head to head, but hole 10, par 3, 247. I struggle on this hole. It's an uphill left to right shot. What do you do here, Sam?
I actually take a slightly understable, the stable style disc. I used to throw a strike.
We're in the last game of the season, actually.
Quick word from David Wang.
Tundra versus Royals. Tundra losing the first game means that they're behind 1 game and they need a tie to push into playoffs, meaning they got to win this one. But the tiebreaker is strokes. So since they lost last game by 2 strokes, they're going to need to win this one by 2. So just winning does not clinch playoff for the Tundra. They need to win by 2. So a lot of pressure on all these shots for them.
So yeah, so I take a driver, usually a strike, but I've been throwing the Enigma from Discmania and Heiser, have it go left to right, and then stable up. This is one of my favorite birdies on the course.
Yeah, this one gets away from me. Doesn't get away from Shane right there. Puts them right into the circle. Easy look for that. Birdie 2 there.
Little fake out.
Yeah.
I think the margin for error here, though, by going for it, I mean, you hit a tree, you're bogey automatically almost.
I fully agree, especially on the back end. I've actually started going sidearm. Royals find themselves at the bottom of the hill. Tundra looking good here. You see Travis, you can see it on his face. The Royals do have a look at this from the bottom of the hill, but we might see the Tundra gain that second stroke that they need.
I love the unorthodox look of the bucket hat. The headband.
Yes. Tundra came to play. Scott DeMarco from the bottom of the hill. He's no stranger to this kind of pressure.
Wow. What a shot. Chest bump.
You gotta love them chest bumps. I mean, it's getting a little ridiculous at this point. He's been playing so well all season. He knew how big that putt was, and suddenly what looked like a little tap-in for the Tundra now feels like a pressure putt.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in this putt right here. I mean, rollaways are a possibility if you hit low. Especially, he's lefty here, right?
Yes.
So if he hits cage on that side, I mean, you're going down the hill. Great putt.
It's it. Another big putt from Shane.
Super clutch.
It's really insane how much he's pulling through. Hole 11, we've got 2 holes left. Tundra need 1 more stroke to push this to a playoff. We're actually going to be coming off of the white tee. Drone's coming from the blue. It's just a dead straight downhill shot. There is a lot of danger on that left side with the water, and if you find yourself off to the right, Sam, very hard to get a look at a 2, even with the scramble format.
This is definitely just a straight shot down the pipe. I know I'm the first time on the commentating, but to me this is one of the most iconic holes in New Jersey.
I love that.
So much risk reward. You could just easy layup, take par, but is that high speed? What was he throwing there? Looks like a fairway.
I'm not sure. It came very fast out of the hand and turned over for him. Royals can seal the deal with a park job.
Paul. Come on, Paul.
It's a mid.
Come on, Paul.
Looks like it's finishing pretty straight.
Flashed cheese.
What's interesting is that was like so far from being in.
Yeah.
I think the emotions are just so high out there right now that everything feels like it's going in.
This guy's confident.
Beautiful bid.
Look at this shot. Great shot.
Great play from Shane. Can't wait to see him next season. Valley Forge Disc Golf League starting up in a couple months. Big John for the 2.
Good shot.
Just low. You like to see him give it a run there.
For sure. You don't want to put yourself in bogey situation because it's kind of still in your hands. You know you don't have to give up 2, so you're really leading by 1 here. And as long as you know that, I mean, it's not a bad play.
Great take. Hole 12, par 3, 383 feet. What seems like a very simple downhill left to right shot can get tricky. I think it's partially because you've been in the woods all day. You haven't really seen a shape like this shot. So we will see the field struggle, even again with that scramble format.
So this is one of the holes I feel like a righty backhand. It's one of the more difficult shots. You have to coast all the way over, but the basket's tucked to the right. So I actually throw a roller.
I go roller as well. I really like how this is a great place to learn rollers, by the way, this tee.
Sidearm, I think, is, if you have the power, is the best play.
Yeah.
Or obviously lefty backhand.
Royals on the mark. This is for the playoffs.
Yeah, tail ends are
It's
low.
common lighting I have at Greystone.
Yeah, real big lighting problem. Big
I'm
moment.
just saying, we always end late.
Yeah, no, we always do. We're going to show every shot from the Tundra here. If they make this putt, we'll be seeing a playoff. If they miss, the Rock City Royals will make their first ever finals appearance. See if Amico can just take the pressure off of Shane right here. Just outside.
Man.
This has to be probably the most pressure that these players have ever felt. I mean, this is by no means a PDGA sanctioned event, but you have other players relying on you at this point. The cameras are out.
And it looks like they saved their best putter for last from the coverage that I've been seeing. The guy's on fire.
He's insane. Big moment for number 21. If you're the Tundra, you need this putt to fall.
Oh, man.
He didn't have one more left in him, and the Rock City Royals,
what a match.
with a very well-deserved victory today.
Absolutely.
Here, I would say. They lost game 2, but won in strokes, which really highlights how huge Scott's ace was, the first shot of the day.
I mean, it is the deciding factor. In my eyes, you know, he misses that shot, he's going to OB, maybe they get a birdie. That hole brings a lot of pars in play, too. I mean, that ace is so big on such a hole that has so many punishing lines to it.
So true. I mean, to have to play against that, you know, you saw some ups and downs for the Tundra throughout the day, but realistically, like, you don't come back from that emotionally.
Yep.
Watching somebody put an ace in like that, I mean, if you're in a PDGA sanctioned round, it's one thing to have a guy hit an ace in your card. You're happy for him. There's a big field out there of competition, but to be in this one-on-one scenario,
It's
like,
a little different.
it's not what you want to see.
Well, you're bringing your team up, or you're bringing your team down.
Absolutely. All right, folks, the Rock City Royals are moving on to the playoffs. We've got the New Jersey Goldfinches versus the Milky Way Galaxy up next. We'll be watching that game later this week. Most likely, the Goldfinches will find their way to the playoffs. Galaxy had a really rough season. Sam, first time commentating here on VFSN. What'd you think?
I had a great time. I mean, Greystone, again, one of my favorite courses out there. Seeing my friends play, you know, Scott and Travis, and seeing new faces. I mean, I haven't seen these guys play, but they're obviously athletes, and I think that's where we're heading when it comes to disc golf, is these athletes learning the game and becoming better. It's really awesome seeing this.
Yeah, you see a lot less of that signature form. I feel like the quintessential disc golf form from a guy who wasn't an athlete first is like that turnaround.
Of course.
Where you're kind of like turning, you know, you're like letting the disc turn back, but a lot of different weird forms out there today.
It's just the new era of disc golf. You know, when you're a natural athlete, you can pick things up and learn the game, and you know, it doesn't matter what your form is, as long as the disc is in the basket, a certain amount of strokes, you're going to do well.
Very true. Folks, hope you enjoyed the content. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. I enjoyed having you here. I want to do this again with you soon.
I'll do it every time you want to do it. If we can make the date, I'll be here.
I love it. I love it. All right, folks, we'll see you next time. Also, one last thing. We do have a ton of big announcements coming soon. Our website, vfsn.org, will be uploaded soon with a full event schedule for the year. We have our first PDGA sanctioned event, I believe, on April 16th, Saturday at Camp Tecumseh. It's part of a 4-part series that we'll be announcing soon. Hope to see you there.
Peace.